schools of curses. The angel told me you must visit all these schools to know how Satanists do to destroy the world. Tell the children of God they must not limit themselves only to coming to church, but that they must make an effort to know the depth of God. Where I will take you, you will listen to things never heard, which will enlighten your intelligence. God wanted you to see and understand the mysteries of deliverance. These rebel angels have been doing them for centuries and have remained hidden. Be worthy and report faithfully to the inhabitants of the earth all that you have seen, he says. Where I take you, in this school it is silence that reigns, over the people do not make noises. The followers of Satan come to study the most formidable weapons of the devil. The curse is the weapon that the devil used to destroy nations, families, etc. If he fights you and does not defeat you, his last hold is the curse. By means of this weapon he had destroyed strong men, rich, powerful. He said to me, we are at the time of the end, therefore Satan has intensified the knowledge to his followers finally to prepare for the battle final. Those who come to study have evil superintelligence. People easily account for oppressions or attacks, but hardly for the curse. On these words we arrived in this school. We found followers of the devil seated, followed the teaching. Here we found them studying these subjects. The masks of old age, the curse on the stars, the curse of the parents, the curse of sins, the curse of behavior, curse of the land. These people who were studying had red eyes and horns. They were holding scrolls with Bible verses. In reality I did not understand what was happening here. The angel told me pay attention to what the teacher is saying. This teacher who was a fallen angel told them, you must rely on Bible verses that speak of the curse, and push people to disobedience, since if they are cursed by the word of him who has the higher power, we will be in peace. The fallen angel made one of the students stand up and said to him, you came to study here, but you don't know that your friend who remained in the world has a star of the wealth that he inherited from his ancestors? He will surely enjoy the star of wealth from his ancestor. But you have to stop him, so as soon as you return to the surface, you will tell him futility concerning their pastor to encourage him to speak evil words against him, as the Bible forbids. He will be cursed when he speak ill of his leader. The fallen angel said to a woman wizard, your son passed a test somewhere for the job, and he wanted to surprise you the good announcement. This is what you will do. You will go to see him very early in the morning. Once you have arrived in front of him, under this eagerness you will purposely drop your loincloth. As soon as he see your nakedness, the curse will enter his record forever. This was a good resolution for these wicked wizards. They were very happy. The teacher tells them, you have to make an effort to bring a lot of young people to parental curses. You are collaborators of the world and the government. Do your best. We will give you laws that will banish the authority of the parents over the children. The new world order is already part of the world. We must bring people to be free vis-à-vis their creator. It is necessary to sufficiently destroy the education of children. I propose to you now some product that will serve you for the curse of youth. We saw films, series, worldly music directly on the screen, clothing, entertainment, social media applications, etc. These are lethal weapons that will incite children to rebel against their parents. Until the end of the year we had to release more demons to come and influence the youth to evil. He showed them a picture to teach them how to enter the curse. A mother was repressing her child following a bad behavior he displayed of coming home late at night. While she was talking, a giant demon came and stood next to his son and stirred up anger in his heart finally to answer insolently his mother. Since he insulted her mother immediately, this verse was displayed, honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, that it may go well with you and that you may have a long life on the earth. Then a chain linked the hands of the young man. The rebel angel says to the assistants, see how you have to do the work. Afterward he began to teach them how to destroy a person's star. He tells them, every time you have to use bad spells, know that in the world every star comes to accomplish a mission. Some are hurdles and hindrances for us. Someone raised his hand and said, my brother is doing very well in his business. I tries to destroy it but to no avail. The fallen angel tells him, you don't know that your brother is getting married soon, let's find him a wife who has bad luck. the fall and searched the earth and the country and saw a girl who had the curse she inherited from her family, and the heretic angel said, let us now create the way of encounter how they will meet. The Lord angel said to me, the lives of many are in danger because of certain people whom they met. Some frequented places and people, so I told him how to do in such situations. He tells me people must have discernment. There are people you have to leave, and circles you have to abandon. When the enemy can't defeat you now, he uses his lethal weapon of the curse. He tells me let's go for a walk in workshops. I asked him there are still workshops here. The Lord angel tells me of course, 80% of the products you use come from here. Big shareholders of the world come here, the devil finances and take their products, they leave. There will be a time when products will bear obviously the name of Satan. Now it's done in a masked way. Their product is to destroy the lives of people in the world, to steal souls. After we take a direction until the end, then we arrive at the place where there were workshops, of things such as those of medicine, etc. We even found where they manufacture vaccines. There were several types of drugs. They were working on destroying people's genes, biological viruses, on several diseases related to viruses. We also entered where they made moisturizing beauty lotion. I had seen many kinds. They made them using human blood to change the complexion of people. I saw how they made perfumes, etc. I have seen many of the brands that exist here on earth. I have seen people coming from the earth proposing their own brand that will bear their name, but they sealed it there so that whoever uses it, his star will be swollen. In some workshops I saw babies being made. The angel told me it's here that they make babies who leave to be born into the world like demons embodied. There are people who are both human and demon. Those who go look for children through the channel of the devil get these babies, but there is also those who are sent into the world for a mission. When they are born in the world, they have sex with ordinary human beings in order to finally maintain their race. They have families and are everywhere. Many have them begotten without knowing it. They find their access into the world through those who have sex with unbiblical positions. These babies were made by machines of industrial plants and then they are placed in an incubator. We went again to a place where we found tailors that sew clothes. Several clothes that we wear here in the world, I found them there. Even loincloths I found them, with several models, skirt fish, jeans, pants, torn. There were clothes that bore designs of flowers that bear the mark 666, and the angel tells me, these are Luciferian garments, all who wear them carry demons within them. There were even some for small children, for boys, but with drawings of female character who communicated and transmitted to them mermaids. There were clothes where they drew sexy pictures. These clothes are covenant and alliances. There were other underpants and supports, but also brands of silk. I also saw workshops where they made vehicles. They were inspired by looking to animals to invent cars that had the goal to make people wear animal spirit finally to become ruthless. They made almost everything we have here on earth and without getting tired. The angel took me again where money is made. People were working without stop. There were soldiers torturing them to work and classifying money. The angel tells me these people are the ones who served the devil by shortening their lives. This money that you see comes from the stars of the people. These money stolen from people's stars are housed in big banks and in institutions like IMF, World Bank, etc. When people deposit the money of their sweat in banks, at the time of withdrawals they take bad bills. These institutions use people's sweat. I've seen currencies, foreign currencies, in particular the dollars and the euro, which were called sentinel currency, that guard the occult secrets in the world and Masonic events. People who were producing the money were bleeding. The angel told me these are people who were offered as human sacrifices to come to work at the expense of others. The occultists killed them to come and produce money for them and then send the money to earth. The Lord Jesus has allowed you to see these things for understand how the satanic realms operate. But I'm going to take you to show you something. I asked him, where are we going? He tells me in satanic prisons, to see the realities that are happening there. All this has no power over those who accept and serve Jesus Christ. We arrived somewhere and we found ourselves in front of a big building with guards. It was so beautiful, no idea what it was supposed to be. The angel said, sorcerers, occultists come here to imprison the souls, the others are prisoners of the devil, that is to say those who were his service. Others have disobeyed the word of God and found themselves in prison, others are captives of their families. The angel told me, let's stay for a few minutes and you will see how people bring their captive. While we were there, a woman came with an imprisoned man. She was like a goddess. Her captive was held by her bodyguards. She said to the people who guarded the prison, I come to drop my prisoner here. They asked her, what is the reason for his arrest? We are asking because recently some arrests did not meet the procedures, and that creates trouble for us. The woman wizard says, oh, is that so? They answered, yes. Last time a fire descended into the void with people who were dressed in white and their captive was liberated by people dressed in white. The woman asked them, why didn't you resist? They replied, these people in white, their master is irresistible because he has a power superior, no one can face him. We avoid quoting his name here for we do not want trouble. The woman says, me neither, I'm just dropping my prisoner and I am leaving. Then the woman gave the motive of capturing her victim. This young man is a newcomer to our neighborhood. When he moved in the area he started making intense prayers which disturb our meetings. As a result we can't fly. Every time he prays he says, I destroy the evil works in this district. Finally we got together and all the witches agreed, made an agreement in the brotherhood that I had to tame the young man. For several days I had to follow him in his occupations. When I was monitoring him, I had to discover certain weaknesses in him. He is a kind of person who find it difficult to pay back his debts. I improvised myself as lender. I influence a person to go to him to inform that I was lending money. I made sure that he comes to borrow my money. Before giving him the money I uttered words of the curse so that he may not benefit from this money and find difficult to repay me on the due date. When time to pay back arrived, I had altercations with him. When he reacted with anger, I finally found the opportunity to capture him. These soldiers said to her, there you are in the rules, now what is the suffering that can be imposed to him? The woman says, let nothing prosper in his life, no matter the activity. Let that he no longer has the means to rent his house, finally leave our neighborhood. Wherever he goes in his life finances will be a headache for him. And she added, if he dares to go wild, tighten the noose again. Soldiers said to him, in case things go wrong you know the law. She answered okay and left. I asked the question to the angel to know who is the person that we came to liberate that these people talked about. He replied, she was a married lady and had no children. After 21 years of marriage she met with a prophet who prophesied to her about what had happened in her life. Her father made agreements with her uncle so that she could remain in this state of barrenness. The prophet recommended her a series of prayers for 453 days. After orientations, intense fasts and long prayers, God power and glory manifested, and it was her deliverance. That is why these people came to pick it up here. The angel tells me, dear brother, satanic prisons are real. Let's hurry to go in to warn the church to be aware of all this. Once inside, in this place I found cages, which differ from those of hell. In each cage there was a guard. We were approaching the first. I saw a face of a beautiful girl and on the other side that of a naughty man. There was also a beauty powder inside. Then a demon filled ants on the girl's face and he uttered words of curse towards the girl. But I did not understand what was going on there, and the angel said to me, this girl is called Ornella, she is alive on earth, God created her beautiful, she is in the 5th year of the college. One day with her friends from school they went out after school class, but she used her friend's XXL foundation. She did not know her friend was a witch and had already worked on her beauty object in the world of darkness. Since the witch knew that the beauty of her friend was blessing that will lead her to the marriage that God planned for this girl after graduation, she attacked the girl beauty through the XXL foundation. Since then the girl lesions keep appearing on his face no matter proper care administered to her. The angel said to me, what they do to you in the spiritual, you will experience it on the physical plan. Many people experience things physically since they are spiritually doomed. While we were looking at this cage, the angel showed me a place that it was like a vast expanse. There was a man who was a sorcerer and was transformed to a rat that was going to destroy people's lives. but it was expected that he would live 70 years on the earth. He was offered to sacrifice his 30 years of life to go and continue to reign in the satanic kingdom. Finally he accepted, but when he arrived there he became a slave and he was chained. The angel said to me, whenever someone comes to look for money from the devil, these are the ones who go to work for them. Looking at him, he was tired as if he had gone a while without eating or drink, and the angel told me the devil is the father of lies.